The origin of pawpaw. Where did this fruit come from? This fruit is known for being very perishable and has a shelf life of just 1 to 3 days. So how is it possible that this fruit can be enjoyed in cans or even dried? And what are some of the uses for this versatile fruit? In this video, we're going to talk about the origin of pawpaw, how it grows, how it is processed and canned and dried, and then finally, how you can use it and the many health benefits of doing so. Make sure to watch until the end. Hey there, this is your host with Ask Grow Everywhere. Let's get started. The name pawpaw comes from the Taino word for this fruit, which was papa. In English, we call it papaya, but in Spanish, they call it papaya too. The trees grow up to 100 feet tall in the wild. They have large leaves that look like elephant ears and can be eaten as well. But today, we will focus on the fruit, which grows in clusters at the base of the trunk and branches. The fruit is very juicy, soft, and contains tiny black seeds inside. A taste of the fruit is sweet, creamy, a little bit sour, and often compared to a combination of banana, mango, and pineapple. Pawpaw trees can grow in USDA zones 9 through 11. They need plenty of water and are grown in tropical and subtropical areas around the world. Pawpaw trees do not grow well in dry or cold climates. You can grow them in a container. And if you live in a cooler climate, you can grow them in the summer in a greenhouse or inside near a heat source. Some people will graft smaller trees onto dwarf rootstock so they are easier to harvest. But pawpaw trees can be invasive in some areas. So check with your local nursery to see if they can be grown outdoors in your area before planting one. If you live in the continental U.S., you probably won't find pawpaws in the wild unless you live in extreme southern Florida. Pawpaws originated in Central America and the Caribbean and are now grown throughout those areas as well as in South Florida and Hawaii. They can be grown year-round in those areas and are usually harvested in the spring, summer, and fall. In warmer climates, they can be grown in USD Zone 9. A will do best if they receive morning sun and afternoon shade. As they grow, they will produce more fruit than if they are grown in full sun. They will also tolerate some frost, but not sustained periods of cold weather. How do you grow pawpaws? We'll tell you right after. If you're interested in growing your own pawpaws, here are the basics. You will want to plant them in a location that receives bright indirect light, such as an area with morning sun and afternoon shade. This will help protect them from the harsh midday sun. They grow best in warm temperatures, between 70 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Although they can tolerate temperatures as low as 50 degrees Fahrenheit, they will go dormant during cold weather. They grow fast once established and will require staking as they grow. They will also require watering during dry periods. They are susceptible to many pests and diseases, so monitor them closely. Now let's talk about how pawpaws are processed to last longer. Unripe fruit will be hard and can be left on the tree to ripen. When they are ripe, they will fall off the tree. Sometimes they are picked before they are fully ripe, so they can be picked more easily. They have to be picked carefully because they bruise easily. Ripe fruit should yield to gentle pressure when squeezed. The fruit is picked and then sorted by size and quality. Then they are washed and sanitized before processing. They may be peeled, cored, and sliced before being canned or made into puree. Then they are packed into cans with syrup, either water or sugar-based, and heated to kill any microorganisms that could spoil the food. This process is called canning. It is used to preserve foods for long periods of time by heating them to a temperature that kills harmful bacteria, and then sealing them in airtight containers. The jars are sealed and cooled. They are then labeled and stored. Canned fruits can be stored at room temperature for several years if they are unopened. Once opened, they should be refrigerated and used within a few days. Drying is another way to preserve pawpaw. It involves removing moisture from the fruit, which inhibits the growth of microorganisms that cause spoilage. Dried fruit can be kept at room temperature for a long period of time. To make dried pawpaw, you would first slice the fruit into thin pieces and then spread the slices on trays to dry. They can be dried in the sun or in a dehydrator at 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 hours. Once they are dry, they can be stored in airtight containers in a cool, dark place. Pawpaw can also be frozen to extend its shelf life. This is done by preserving the fruit in a frozen state and is an effective method to keep the fruit fresh for a long time. Freezing slows down the growth of microorganisms that cause spoilage, and it locks in the nutrients and flavors of the fruit. To freeze pawpaw, you can freeze it whole, cut or pureed. To freeze it whole, simply wash and dry the pawpaw thoroughly, and then place it in a freezer bag or container. For sliced or pureed pawpaw, you can put the slices or puree in a freezer-safe container, leaving some space at the top for expansion. Once frozen, you can transfer it to a container with a tighter seal. Frozen pawpaw can last for 6 to 8 months. And remember, you don't always have to eat fruit fresh. There are lots of ways to enjoy preserved fruit. How do you use pawpaw? We'll tell you right after. Pawpaw is a very versatile fruit and can be used in many dishes. It can be eaten raw or cooked and can be added to smoothies, fruit salads, desserts, sauces, ice cream, and many other dishes. It can also be used to make juice, wine, jam, jelly, and butter. Pawpaw has a lot of nutrients and can offer many health benefits. It is a good source of vitamins A, C, and E, and contains antioxidants, fiber, and minerals like potassium and magnesium. Antioxidants are substances that protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that can damage cells and lead to disease. Antioxidants can help stabilize free radicals and reduce their negative effects on the body. Fiber is a type of carbohydrate that is found in plant foods. It helps with digestion and helps you feel full when you eat it. It can also help lower cholesterol and blood sugar levels. Potassium is a mineral that is important for many functions in the body, including maintaining fluid balance, supporting muscle function, and helping regulate blood pressure. Magnesium is a mineral that is involved in many processes in the body, including making proteins, building bones and teeth, and helping regulate blood pressure and blood sugar levels. Vitamin A is a nutrient that is important for vision, immune function, and cell growth. Vitamin C is a nutrient that is important for the immune system, wound healing, and the production of collagen, a protein that is important for healthy skin, bones, and joints. Vitamin E is a nutrient that is important for protecting cells from damage and is also involved in the production of red blood cells. There are many ways to enjoy pawpaw, whether you prefer it raw or cooked. It adds a unique flavor to smoothies, fruit salads, and desserts. It can be used to make delicious sauces to serve with poultry or pork, or you can try pawpaw ice cream. Here is a recipe for pawpaw ice cream. You will need 2 cups of sliced pawpaw, 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 cup of sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Combine the pawpaw, cream, sugar, and vanilla extract in a blender. Process until smooth. Pour the mixture into a shallow container and freeze for several hours or until solid. Scoop and serve. Enjoy. Well, hopefully now you know where pawpaw came from and how it goes from the tree to your table. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an exciting episode. We'll see you next time.